I just want to encourage you. It is not necessarily that you must have an answer for everybody who doesn't maybe like you. And for your information, you don't need to do anything for someone to like you or dislike you. So if you're at home and you have that child, they may be young, they may be adolescents, or they may be mature, you mean so much to them. Handle your life with a lot of sensitivity this way. Of course, you don't breathe when they breathe. You will not walk on balloons so that your children are not broken. I'm talking about living as a good example. Really, whichever way you want to look at it, you must be kind. How do you respond to them when they have really angered you? For instance, how do you talk about people in the presence of your children? They are likely to talk about their friends the way they have heard you talk about your friends. Whether you're a father, a mother, a cousin, if somebody looks up to you, this is a big challenge. How do you handle that nasty worker? How do you handle that bad colleague? In offices, we have people whose work is to backstab us, to go and tell on us. We have people who will never like or affirm what we do. How do you handle them? I just want to tell you that there's sometimes nothing you can do about somebody whose work is to dig you, put a jab on you, backstab you, backbite you. You can actually respond in kindness. You can be quiet. For instance, if somebody attacked you and they're attacking you on no basis, one of the best answers to give such a person is silence. You don't need to give an answer to every accusation. And if you're discouraged, how do you handle your process? Sometimes we complain a lot, but we expect our children to be calm when they're threatened by situations which are fearful. Many times your child will look at how you handle your moment of discouragement. Maybe you are lacking. That period between lack and getting, sometimes you will complain, you'll be tempted to cry out, blame other people, accept yourself. Sometimes they will hear you curse God. Sometimes they'll hear you blame maybe your siblings or those people who have sabotaged you. I just want to come to you as an encourager. When you are in a difficult situation and your child or that whoever, somebody is looking at your life, how you handle that season, just take encouragement in waiting on the Lord. Don't complain. Let them hear you say things like, you know things will turn out well. You know God is for you. You know God has heard your prayers. You know at the end of the journey, there will be light. At the end of the tunnel, there will be light. Is it maybe you're sick and you have lost hope? That's understandable. But when you're sick and that pain is in you, don't say, I've given up. Don't say, I'll not make it. Imagine your child is looking at you as you say you won't make it. And once in a while, your child will be down with a sickness. Would you like them to keep on confessing hopelessness? I won't make it. I was created to die. I was created not to make it. Today, I want you to know, whichever situation you are in, that is the example that the person who is with you, and for this matter, the child who is with you is looking at you to see how you sort out that problem. Just remember, it is not by talking so much, but it is by doing. It is by living. It is by showing how you would like those people who look up to you to take up after you. And in case you're thinking, is that possible? Yes, it is possible. It is not easy, but it is possible because we pray. We ask God for grace of the season. Did you know that God can never take you through a season as a parent that He doesn't have grace for you? God always takes you a season where His grace is. So if you are in a very bad situation and you're wondering, just how do I keep calm so that my child does not behave like me? Ask the Lord. He gives grace for the moment. He will give you patience. There was a time I did a video on patience, I think for a young wife. If you ask God for patience, He won't give you patience. He will put you in the exact spot where you require patience. You'll be tested in situations that will require you to show patience. God has given you that child. God has given you that mentee. God has given you that young worker. God has given you that younger colleague, or even God has brought that bad colleague in your life because He trusts that you will demonstrate His grace. He trusts that you have the patience because you look up to him. I want to tell you that the attitude you have in your parenting journey determines the altitude you will achieve. And you have a goal, you must achieve it. So set a good example by living the example you want your child to live. Again, just keep on remembering there is hope, because what you surrender to the Lord, he is for you and he is for your journey as a parent. And keep on surrendering your life to God. And for now, it's a bye-bye. I'll see you in the next one.